Moonlight on the palace roof, rain on ancient stone. Your shadow crosses mine like a secret I'm not allowed to own. Blood red silk around my wrists, I bow and play my role. Smile behind a painted mask while you set my world on slow. She's a widow in the West Wing, drowning in her grief. You're the danger in a black robe, promising relief. I'm the noble crown with power, but my heart is on its knees. Every step we take in darkness writes another cursed decree. In the mirrors of this fortress, I see three reflections bleed. Ambition, love, and hunger tangled tight, like crimson thread and reed. If I turn away to save us, will the past just find us still? In this palace built on secrets, even silence has a will. Call it scandal, call it sin. Two hands reaching where they know they mustn't begin. Under lanterns, under skin, every whispered no just pulls you closer in. We are shadows on these walls, names they'll carve in ash when all the curtains fall. Call it scandal, curse or fate. I was never meant to love you, but it's far too late. Court drums beat like accusations, rumors in the tea. Every glance is like a question. What are you hiding underneath? You brush past her in the garden, eyes like sharpened glass. I stand watching from the cloister, choking on the past. Marriage made for politics, vows carved into ice. You were sent here as a weapon, not a lover, not a wife. Yet the way you hold her shaking hand beneath the willow shade feels like I've been left outside a story that we never should have made. Blood red ribbons on the railings, masks that never breathe. We're all actors for the kingdom, but the script cuts underneath. If I burn this whole house down to keep your secrets in the smoke, will the gods still call it justice or just one more promise broke? Call it scandal, call it sin. Three hearts trapped inside a game we cannot win. Under moonlight, under skin, every step we take rewrites what might have been. We are whispers in these halls, prayers that echo back as distant cannon calls. Call it scandal, curse or fate. We were never meant to matter, but it's far too late. I have dreamed of laying down this title at your feet, walking through the market as a woman, not a piece. But the crown is made of shadows and it chains us to this place. Every stolen breath beside you leaves another guilty trace. If I choose you, she will crumble. If I leave you, so do I. We are written in the margins of a book that must not lie. So I carve our hidden story where no courtier's ever read. On the inside of my ribcage where your name and mine still bleed. Call it scandal, call it sin. Let the courtiers point and curse the skin we're in. Under starlight, under skin, even if we burn, I choose this fire again. We are ghosts against these walls. Lovers' history will swear it never saw at all. Call it scandal, curse or fate. I was never meant to love you, but I won't escape. Call it scandal, right it wrong. Call it scandal, right it wrong. Turn our blood red silk into a funeral song. When this palace turns to dust, all that's left of us is ashes, whispers, trust. palace of your stories I was only meant to speak. Just a borrowed careful sentence on a script you wrote for me. Blood red silk upon your fingers as you underline each phrase. Say you helped an older sister, her man just lost his way. Moonlit roofs above our heads, rain on stone outside the frame. You say every small disaster can be turned into a flame. I'm the harmless shining favorite that they dress in spotless white. You're the shadow with the ink pen drawing bruises in the light. But every mask we polish has a crack along the seam. Every little harmless scandal hides a darker kind of theme. If I follow every whisper carved in letters on your page, will I ever know which choices were my own and which were staged? That's a line I didn't mean, but it echoes through the palace like a curse on every screen. Just one word and suddenly I'm the sinner and the jester in a tale they want to see. Call it scandal, call it fate, like a Hosian-era secret written on the gate. In this palace built on spin, I was never meant to love this, but it burns my skin. That's a line I didn't mean. That's a line I didn't mean. That's a line I didn't mean. The script you held before me, it was simple, clean, and kind. I was only helping someone her own husband lost his mind. But beneath the paper surface, like a tiger under silk, was the fear of all those watchers drinking rumors in like milk. When the lanterns on the cameras lit the courtyard in my eyes, all the lilies turned to shadows, all rehearsals into knives. And the line you wrote for mercy twisted somewhere on my tongue, till it spilled out as confession I had never truly sung. Now the rain on stone courtyard sounds like laughter in the dark. Every step along these corridors repeats that poison part. You reached out to hold my wrist, but your hand stops in midair. We are inches from each other, but there's scandal everywhere. That's a line I didn't mean, but it stains like ink on silk, they'll never wash back clean. Just one slip and suddenly I'm the shadow in their ballads, not the prince they thought I'd be. Call it secret, call it curse, like a widow's whispered prayer in someone else's verse. In this palace made of spin, every mirror shows a mask we're drowning under skin. That's a line I didn't mean. That's a line I didn't mean. That's a line I didn't mean. If we'd met beneath no banners, without crowns or gilded names, would you still have handed me that line to set the world aflame? Would I still have let it break me, watched it climb the palace wall, turned our tiny trembling secret to a scandal for them all? There's a widow in the West Wing who believed your every word. There's a woman with a pen hand who rewrites what she has heard. And I stand here in the middle, half a puppet, half a man, knowing none of this was honest, but I loved you like it ran. If this fate was always written, if our choices were pretend, then the only truth I own is that I choose you once again. That's a line I didn't mean, but it carved us into legends in a story dark and green. Under moonlight, under roofs, we are painted as a scandal they recite as proof. Call it palace, call it sin, hands that almost touch but never get to feel the skin. In this under lantern-painted rafters in the silk-walled palace court. I rearrange the whispers, turn their rumors into art. Every scandal, every secret, I recast in softer light. Write a custom truth for princes, so they sleep through bloody nights.
In the shadows of your chambers, I record what ink can't say. See you barter guilt for mercy in the ledgers of the day. You call it careful curtain, I call it a shifting mask. I chase blood beneath the carpets while you rewrite every past.
You say sin like sharpened steel, I say fate in quieter tones.
Our ambitions share a language,
but our gods are not the same.
Still we walk the same cold hallways, hear the same rain on the stones.
One of us protects the palace,
one of us protects the names.
Footsteps echo toward a doorway, hiding hearts and hidden proof.
Every lie we tell together starts to feel like
Custom truth, call it custom truth. Silk and shadow holding back a darker proof. In this palace, me and you trade our souls for stories we can't ever undo. Call it scandal, call it sin. I take off their guilt, you carve it into skin. When the torches shine straight through, will they burn our names or just our custom truth? Call it custom truth. Call it custom truth.
A widowed lady in the West Wing wears her sorrow like a veil. They would sell a grief for pity if they thought it could tip the scales. Then you come with sharpened questions, pen like dagger at my throat, asking who designed the story that now strangles her in quotes. When a minister comes crawling, wants a sweetened adultery to distract the court from ledger soaked in stolen treasury. You push back, your eyes turn darker, say some sins I will not dress, but your trembling hands lift papers into mine to do the rest.
If I pass you all their secrets, will you use them just for life?
Or just ride another circus for the nobles in the night?
If I turn their gold to ashes with the verses that I write,
Will they hunt me as a traitor? Will they drag you inside?
on the rooftop of this kingdom, with the city far below, we are arguing in whispers while the scandal starts to glow. Call it custom truth. You stitch pretty lies, I tear the seams in two. On this palace roof, me and you stand between the righteous and the things we still must do. Call it scandal, call it fate, every mass confession that we gently fabricate. When the bonfires light the proof, will they burn our hands or just our custom truth? Call it custom truth.
Call it custom truth.
Call it custom truth.
Call it custom truth.
If I never held a brush to paint their sins in gentler hues, would you still have crashed into me like a storm with nothing left to lose?
Will we still be on this rooftop, trading curses in the rain? Or would I be just another nameless mask that you erase? If I never chased the real blood under all this royal silk, would your eyes still flare like lanterns every time I speak of guilt? We are enemies by titles, but our shadows interlace, both of us complicit in the lies we dare to face.
If this fate was always written in the margins of their scrolls, then the only choice we own is how we pay with both our souls. Call it custom truth. Heaven knows this love was never bulletproof. Under moonlight, under roofs, we are ranked, they'll if they call me cursed,
Even if they write me down,
even if they carve my name as traitor to this land.
call it custom truth.
We were never meant to be each other's wound.
But if everything must burn for something true,
let the ashes right. We chose this, me and you. Call it custom truth. Call it custom truth. Call it custom truth. By the lanterns of the palace, in these corridors of glass, I rewrite the whispered stories, turn their crimes to long since past. Every scandal, every rumor, I translate to kinder ink. Dress a monster up as human, so the court won't have to think. You arrive in quiet velvet, now the kingdom's gentle star. But the script you lay before me smells like who you really are. In that black and hidden theater, where our younger ghosts still speak, you were every kind of cruel. I was the girl you left to bleed. I make a living burning shadows from the chronicles of kings. Paint their hunger as mistaken, call their poison harmless dreams. Yet the one who almost broke me stands here begging to be clean. And the scene that nearly killed me is the stain beneath your sheen. As the rain drums on the courtyard and the gongs begin to ring, I must choose if I will bury what the past is trying to sing. Who erases me while I'm scrubbing out your name from every history? I remove your villainy, turn your cruelty into tales of youthful folly. Who erases me when my own disgrace keeps playing endlessly? If I cleanse your legacy, why does every frame still cut the heart of me? Who erases me? Who erases me? The forbidden play we filmed in candle smoke and dusty air was a secret, was a warning, was a wound we didn't share. Now a clerk's mistaken finger sends it to the palace net. All the nobles watch you sneering at a woman they've not met. They say, see how well he plays a serpent, must be close to what he is. They don't see me in the corners breaking in the final kiss, so they call for my assistance as the court assembles close. I must stand beside your altar as if you're the one I chose. At the hearing, flashes shimmer off the polished marble floor. I recite my crafted phrases we have never met before. When the hall instilled its echoes, when the scribes have left their seats, you and I are only statues in a room that used to weep. Then a chronicler in shadows asks the question no one dares. You erase the world for others who avoid what no one shares. I remember how I took your blame beneath the younger sky, how I wore your branded scandal just to keep your future bright. Now I mask that old betrayal with a steady practice face, while my own unwritten story hangs like blood red silk in place. Who erases me while I'm scrubbing out your name from every history? I remove your villainy, turn your darkness into lines about misery. Who erases me when my own bad choices haunt me endlessly? If I wash your memory, why can't I unwrite roses burned it under palace eaves. Would it change the night I bowed and signed my name so you could leave? Would the girl they almost banished still be standing in this gown? Or would she still be in that theater taking arrows for your crown? You will walk these roofs at sunset with your warm and gentle mask. I will file your sins as rumors in a locked and hidden stack. No decree will ever mention what you did to stay adored, and no page will hold the moment when I chose to bear your sword. If our fate was always written in the margins, not the lines, then the only truth I own is that I won't erase what's mine. Who erases me? If I stand before the court and choose to finally speak, I have paved your legacy with the ashes of the girl you left beneath your feet. Who erases me? When I let this buried film become their only key. If they see what you and I have seen, will they call it scandal or the way to set me free? I won't carry your disguise when all the torches start to rise. I will write the truth in ink that doesn't wash out with their lies. Who erases me? Maybe no one ever will completely, so I wear this tragedy, not a blemish to conceal, but part of me. Who erases me? Who erases me? Who erases me? In the courtyard by the gate, where all the common people pass, they request a painted kindness to reflect upon the glass. Let our son be seen as gentle, let them praise his tender heart. Write a scene of royal mercy, you're the best at staging art. So I summon hired beggars, extra hands with practiced eyes, dress the stones with quiet sorrow, mark the spot the lens will find. In my scroll the prince is kneeling, sharing coins and cloak and bread. If the crowd believes the story, maybe something good is said. I tell myself a gilded light can still become a little light, that a kindness in performance might inspire one in real life. But beneath the blood-red silk, beneath the mask he's told to wear, is a face I've never trusted and a heart I do not dare. As the rain begins to gather, drums like footsteps on the ground, I can feel a different script arriving, unsummoned all around. Call it charity in the rain, silk-gloved hands rehearse to cover someone's stain. Under lanterns, under blame, we were selling manufactured grace to hide his name. Call it scandal, call it show, I was told to build a halo on the shadows I still know. When the storm rewrites the frame, will they see the lie or only curse my name? Charity in the rain, charity in the rain, in the rain.
I was watching from the alley with my ink and hidden lens, seen enough of royal kindness to know where the trick begins. Then a real unwritten stranger stumbles shivering through the scene. Not an extra, not an actor, just a man who hasn't eaten. He reaches for the young lord's sleeve the way a drowning hand finds shore, and the noble heir, disgusted, shoves him hard onto the floor. No direction, no illusion, just the truth with all all its teeth, and the gasps around the courtyard are the loudest I've yet seen.
Now my polished little daydream stands beside what truly bled. Two split windows on their tablets, what I wrote and what he did.
Oh, all the look how soft his heart is, that your ink was paid to sell. Crash against a single moment where his soul shows up too well.
In the echo of that impact, in the ripples of his shove, every frame of false compassion starts to look like broken love. Call it charity in the rain, every careful pose undone by simple pain. Under thunder, under shame, I recorded cruel reality and your softening frame. Call it scandal, call it fate, when the poorest one is trampled at the palace gate. All the silver we arrange turns to stones they throw at you and at your name. Charity in the rain, charity in the rain, in the rain.
I have mended so many monsters with a brush of kinder ink.
Told myself if crowds felt comfort, it was worth the things I've seen.
But today the sky itself refused the part I wrote for him.
Showed me kindness can't be borrowed if the heart behind is thin.
So I gather all this failure in a quiet shaking hand, tie the footage to a message for the ones who never bend. Here I write without a signature,
Is what your idols do when the world stops looking pretty and the poor reach out to you.
you would turn against your patron.
I ask half in disbelief,
She just laughs. Even I can't act in something this beneath me.
if the truth can cut more deeply than the lies we charge to spin.
Maybe some design salvation should be dragged out from within.
Call it charity in the rain, no more perfect frames to hide a perfect stain. Under moonlight, under pain, let the real hand touch the real wound on the plane. Call it scandal, call it grace, when a writer turns her arrows back upon the ruling class. If my script must crack and break, let the shards at least reflect what's truly taking place. I won't crown a heart with mercy when it spits on open palms.
I will cast the sea like thunder so it never can be calm.
Charity in the rain,
You can't buy a soul with cameras and a stage to frame.
when the masks fall off in vain,
All that's left is what we did.
beneath the rain. Charity in the rain, charity, charity in the rain. In the palace script house, candlelight on ink-stained hands, I compose their public sorrows, hide their secrets as I'm asked. Every scandal, every rumor, I decide how far they spread. Turn their curses into missteps in the chronicles they've read.
In the archives by the courtyard, I collect what slips through cracks. Every whisper, every footnote that your edits can't redact. Then a phantom quill starts writing in a tone that's not our own. Fairy carved into the margins of the stories we control.
They post prophecies at midnight with a voice that feels like mine. Words I only wrote Morning drafts now drip in public every time.
Every cut and every phrasing matches scenes I've seen you keep, but released like sharpened arrows from a hand we cannot see.
If the palace has a ghost who steals our half-erased ideas,
Then the scandals we've been staging were just practice for their spear.
in the shadow of a fairy, every careful little lie turns heavy. We draw borders, they spill blood, turn a quiet plan confession into flood. In the shadow of a fairy, all our crafted mercy starts to feel like cruelty. If I hadn't lit the spark, would she still be singing whole inside the dark? Shadow of a fairy, shadow of a fairy.
There's a singer in the West Wing, young and bright as early spring, made a thoughtless little comment that I promised I would trim.
Just a small soft public lesson was the story that I wrote.
She would bow, then rise up stronger with more love in every note. But the fairy saw your outline and poured poison on the flame, turned a stumble into substance, carved an illness in her name.
Now her posters fade in silence and her stage shoes gather dust.
In a dressing room she trembles, asking who she still can trust.
If I never shaped her misstep into something we could sell, would this palace made disease still drag her through this private hell?
If our first small gentle scandal hadn't taught them how to play, would this larger, crueler curse have found its victim here today?
Every headline we rehearsed is now a weapon in their hands, and the girl we meant to shield is the one who cannot stand. In the shadow of a fairy, every story that we touch turns heavy. We draw borders, they draw knives, turn a scripted little lesson into ruined lives. In the shadow of a fairy, all our custom truths taste strangely scary. If I hadn't drawn the mark, would her name be safe instead of torn apart? Shadow of a fairy, shadow of a fairy.
Describe hall by the kitchen's empty cups and cooling ink. We find pages full of postings on a desk where servants think.
Same sharp humor, same transition, same cold mercy in the cuts.
But the seed is left there spinning, corridor gone
Silent shut. I have built a life on bending how the court will see a scene.
called it service to the kingdom.
Never counted what it means.
Now another hand in secret twists my half-forgiven line.
Till the ones I promised safety wear the weight of all our crimes.
If this fate was always written in a font we didn't choose,
Then the guilt for all this damage is not theirs alone to lose.
maybe I'm not just a victim of a shadow with a quill.
Maybe I have been the teacher of the way they learned to kill. In the shadow of a fairy, all our silk-wrapped palaces turn deadly. We set candles, they light wars. We write weakness, they write curse behind closed doors. In the shadow of a fairy, I can't tell if I'm the hunter or the quarry. If I ever write again, let it be to shield the ones inside, not them.
If my hands help teach this curse to walk, I'll guide it to its grave.
I will chase that hidden specter through each cut and every wave. In the shadow of a fairy, in the shadow of a fairy, in the shadow of a fairy, you drag their secret grown into the airy. If the scandal is our fate, we'll rewrite the final act before too late. Shadow of a fairy, shadow of a fairy. the palace under painted dragon eyes. I have watched a ghost of rumors weave through corridors and wine. Every scandal that I measure, every accident I tame, there is always one stray whisper no decree can ever claim.
I have chased its ink through ledgers, seen its hand in midnight notes. Same sharp turn of phrase and timing that your secret memos quote. If this phantom lives among us, you say let's reverse the roles. We'll become the bait they feed on, see what mouth devours our souls.
So I reach for the most reckless, for the smile that can't be tamed.
Dress a seducer like a servant, mask his rank and change his name. We will send a whispered secret through the cracks behind the throne, like a spark in scented darkness, just to see which way it blows. If forbidden love and treason share the same thin thread of smoke, then the scandal we're about to write may be the one that makes us choke. We're bait for a ghost, standing at the edge where the shadows grow close. Blood red silk, whispered oaths, dangling lies like lanterns for the thing we fear the most. In this palace of masks and boasts, if they bite this rumor, we will see who hosts. All these scandals we were told
Came from fate and not from hidden throats. Bait for a ghost,
bait for a ghost.
bait for a ghost.
You hand me coded letters, say a widow waits beyond the gate. Speak of poison royal coffers, hint a minister's dark fate. Use the words they love to savor, curse in secret, forbidden shame. Then release them down the tunnel, let our ghost run to the flame. But your grin misreads the cipher, swaps most sacred for most fun. On the parchment meant for covert, you write jokes and half-pun puns.
In the tower our young scribe stumbles, sets the circles in the wrong, marks the route as our own courtyard, not a distant safer town.
Still the rumor leaves our fingers like an arrow from a bow, and the answer comes like thunder far too quickly not to know. A high official's name is bleeding in the fairy's latest note, with the very lines we crafted twisted tight around his throat.
No one moves that fast to slaughter unless doors were left ajar.
Unless someone in these chambers knows exactly where we are. All the laughter in our failures paints a target on our backs, but the speed of this new scandal is the proof of inside tracks.
In the tangle of our errors, there's a truth we can't ignore, that the ghost we've tried to summon sleeps behind a royal door.
We're bait for a ghost,
Playing with the fire that we used to host.
wrong words, wrong posts.
Still they leap like wolves.
Now we know they're close.
In this palace of masks and boasts,
Every slip we make draws the circle more close.
if our foolish hearts get froze,
At least we'll die where all the hidden rivers flow.
bait for a ghost,
Bait for a ghost.
bait for a ghost. Maybe we're the worst conspirators this court has ever seen,
Tripping over every cipher,
letting footprints stain the scene.
but But I've spent a life in silence,
stitching lies for other men.
This is the first time that my schemes might drag a darkness
Into an
I have written righteous verses that the council never read, truths that drowned in sing for gossip, rumors fed to them instead.
If it takes a stage seduction, if it takes a crooked play
To unmask the hand that's choking girls in rooms where
no one prays,
then let fate slow down around us.
let our hearts admit the cost.
We may be the ones devoured,
but at least we won't stay lost.
We're bait for a ghost, standing in the rain where the gallows grow close. Blood red silk,
Shadowed oath.
if this love is just a pawn,
We'll still play, we'll still oppose.
in this palace of masks and boasts.
If they trace this threat to the ones we love most,
When the scandal's fully shown, we'll be there beneath the mask, not turning stone.
bait for a ghost. In the shadow of the throne room, under carved and watching eyes, I correct the court's mistakes, I turn their curses into sighs. Every whisper in the corridors, every rumor in the wine becomes misstep and misfortune once it's filtered through my lines. Then one evening in the lantern, someone spreads a different scroll. Not a prince, not some advisor, this time it's my name they hold. Paid to wash a lover's sin, took his blame so he could rise. Every gilded false confession wore the ink from this one's hand. I have spent my life erasing what they want to leave unseen. Now their fingers point like arrows at the ghost behind the scenes. If the stories I've been crafting built the gallows where I stand, is this justice from the heavens or just hunger from their hands? I write your scandals, every sin you love to burn with open candles. Blood red silk, broken handles. You throw stones at me and call it righteous battles. I write your scandals, you say curse and witch and shadow in the panels. But if I was never here at all, you'll just find another heart to watch and fall. I write your scandals, I write your scandals. There's a widow in the West Wing who believed his every vow. When his secret kissed the daylight, I was the one who took the crown. Signed my name beneath the sentence, let them banish me instead. From the stage I loved as maiden to the script room full of dread. Now the nobles in their worry talk of cutting ties with me. If they sacrifice the writer, maybe they can still look clean. In the hall, a single question from a chronic blur I trust. Was it true you bore his punishment and watched him rise from dust? Yes, I say, and taste the iron of a life I can't undo. Then I learned there's decent silver in repainting what you do. If the court demands a monster, if the crowd demands a fall, I can give them better framing so they don't see through it all. But the girl who shook in secret when the first decree was read still is hiding in my ribcage with her hands over her head. I write your scandals, every sin you love to burn with open candles. Silk and ink, careful angles, turn your poison into soft, forgivable tangles. I write your scandals, call me evil, call me mask, call me vandal. But if I erase myself tonight, would your hunger for a victim really die? I write your scandals, I never took his sentence, would I still be here today? In a chamber full of secrets, paid to make his kind look safe. If I never brushed your records clean of all that you have done, would this kingdom feel more honest, or just start for fresher blood? You sit high on moonlit rooftops, waving torches at my name, crying monster, crying devil as you click and share the frame. So I look into the mirror, into lenses, into eyes, say I sell you better stories, but you pay to watch them die. I write your scandals. Every fall from grace you binge is what I handled. You like fires, pray for answers, then you dance inside the blaze like faithful gamblers. I write your scandals, turn your hunger into verses, into channels. If I am your chosen sin, why does my confession sound like where you've always been? Take a look behind the mask you love to tear apart. See the ink upon your finger, see the shadow in your heart. I write your scandals, and tonight I put my name on every panel. If this fate is dark and awful, I will wear it like a crown you never planned. Still, I write your scandals. I write your scandals. Under blood-red silk and lanterns, in the shadow of the throne, I exchanged their whispered secrets for a chance to stay in gold. There's a widow in the West Wing, wearing grief like borrowed lace, and a man who moves like danger through the corridors of grace.
In the rain-soaked stone courtyard, with your mask half off your face, you say scandal is a curse here, but you pull me into place. We are hands that never touch right,
Always stopping at the skin.
we are mirrors in the palace, showing everything they've sinned.
You turn secrets into armor, I turn longing into sins. We both claim we're only dancing to survive the world we're in.
But behind these painted stories,
Behind every careful lie,
there's a widow watching quietly,
asking who we are inside. This is truth you cannot script, not a palace game we bargain, break and flip. Call it love, call it curse, call it fate, we can't resist. But our hearts are not a rumor you can twist. In this scandal we've prepared, with our masks and whispered vows beneath the stairs. There's a shadow in our lips,
'cause the truth is more
than any of our tricks. This is truth you cannot script. This is truth you cannot script.
I was once your hidden student, learned to dress their sins in silk, watched you turn a king's confession into something they could drink.
You said scandal feeds the people, let them hate and let them cheer. I thought truth deserved a cruelty that could cut through every smear.
So you tore the widow's story till her name became the stain,
Turned her tears to nightly headlines, pen,
left her standing in the rain.
Is it different from my writing?
I demand in burning shame.
You just ripped away the filter,
but we both still played the game. You say I'm exposing shadows,
you say I just shaped the show,
but you both keep drawing daggers
through the ones who cannot vote.
Truth is not a painted curtain you can pull where you decide.
It's 1,000 watching faces lit by storm and by moonlight.
The palace and its masters use our hearts to steer the tide.
But the only honest thing we have is standing side by side. This is truth you cannot script, not a rumor or a mercy you can drip. We write secret, we write curse, we write fate we can eclipse.
But the ending isn't ours to tightly grip.
In this palace built on lies, under moonlit roofs and unforgiving skies, every kiss, every slip
leaves a stain that no more
editing can fix. This is truth you cannot script. This is truth you cannot script.
If I never turned their darkness
Into tales the court could bear,
would I still be just a daughter?
not this mask that people wear,
If I never cut their glamour,
showing blood beneath the rings,
would I still be just a shadow?
not the knife that silence brings.
If you love me more than headlines, more than destiny and pride,
Would you choose me in the open, not just here where secrets hide?
we are ashes in the sill,
We are whispers in the rain,
we are hands that reach but tremble.
always pulling back in shame.
If our hearts are just the weapons,
In a larger hidden war,
then this love will be the scandal that we cannot hide no more.
this is truth you cannot script.
Not a royal game where only power wins,
Call it palace, call it mask, call it fate with bleeding lips.
but our love is more than just another twist.
In this forbidden, burning frame,
Blood red silk and moonlight,
whispering our names. If we're cursed, let it be for the way we chose to stand and wait. When the shouting turns to echoes in the marble of the halls, when the names of fallen rulers fade from every painted wall, I stand dressed in quiet shadows where the candles used to roar. They have ended every scandal, but my heart wants something more.
You were judge and you were chorus, you were mask and you were blade. Every secret that I whispered, you could turn to silk or chains. Now the code calls you redeemer, traitor, curse in one same breath. But I see the girl who trembles when the noise has all been bled.
Are you hero? Are you sinner? Are you both beneath this crown? Am I poison? Am I shelter? Am I just what pulls you down? In the courtyard after rainfall, under roofs that watched us fall, there's a widow in the doorway asking what was truth at all.
My life begins
After every scandal, when the drums fall silent and the masks are cancelled, call it secret, call it curse, call it fate we couldn't handle, but my heart wakes up after every scandal. Our love exists after every scandal, in the hush of corridors where whispers travel. They can carve our names in ash along
kings and traitors,
not to hide them but to show.
I untie their silken alibis
And let the ashes glow.
in the mirror under powder.
I still see the girl who lied,
But my hand now draws a future where the widow stands with pride. I was once the quiet dagger in their careful velvet hands. Now I read the moonlit murmurs written deep in shifting sands. In the rain-stained stone courtyards where her tears once hit the floor, I protect her from the stories that would break her life once more. We have lived as moving shadows in a play we didn't choose.
We have worshipped cold ambition,
We have almost watched love lose.
but the night is breathing softer and the sky is almost clear. There is space beyond the scandal where our real selves might appear. Our life begins after every scandal, when the court grows quiet and the threats unravel. Call us cursed, call us marked, call us hearts the gods will trample. We will still reach out after every scandal. This love survives after every scandal, like a whispered vow beneath a broken mantle. Hands that almost never touch still defy the turning gavel. We are still alive after every scandal.
After every scandal,
After every scandal. Late at night above the palace, all the banners finally sleep. I sit by the open lattice, feel the future start to speak. On my desk a nameless message, just a single silver key.
will you dare to write a scandal?
With your name as tragedy.
Far away, the same line flickers on a hidden private screen.
From a hand I thought had vanished,
Like a ghost behind the scene.
if they turn your life to pages, if they pull apart your scars,
Will you run from what they're writing or step out beneath the stars?
we have ended one long chapter.
But the ink is not yet dry.
If the gods demand another,
We will meet them eye to eye.
our life begins after every scandal. Oh, man. When the last light falls and only choices matter. Oh,
They can call us villains, they can call us shattered.
we will rise again after every scandal.
My heart returns after every scandal.
Through the blood-red silk and moonlit palace angles,
If tomorrow writes my name
as one more fragile candle, I will burn for love. After every scandal,
we're more than just shadows.
in the palace chandles,
If the next script calls,
if fate